Understand exactly how each tier of electrification works mechanically to solve specific economic pain points, day-to-day driving habits, and total cost of ownership, TCO. 1. The mild hybrid, MHEV, optimizing daily efficiency without infrastructure overhead. For the buyer who wants immediate fuel reduction without changing their daily habits, installing home chargers, or dealing with heavy battery packs, the mild hybrid, MHEV, is the ultimate seamless integration. Look at massive volume sellers like the Ram 1500 eTorque or the Mercedes-Benz C300. These vehicles do not plug into a wall. How it works. An MHEV swaps the vehicle's traditional alternator and starter motor for a single, high-powered component, a belt-integrated starter generator, BISG, or an integrated starter generator, ISG, sandwiched directly between the engine and the transmission. This motor generator connects to a compact 48-volt lithium-ion battery pack. When you step on the brakes, the motor reverses its magnetic field, acting as a generator to capture kinetic energy from the accessory belt or crankshaft, storing it in the 48-volt pack. The real system benefits, eliminating the worst fuel burn. The 48-volt system targets the most inefficient moment of internal combustion. At highway speeds, it yields a 10% to 12% improvement in city fuel economy with zero lifestyle or maintenance changes. 2. The full hybrid, HEV, the self-sustaining cash flow. Machined for high-mileage commuters, multi-car families, and rideshare operators, the full hybrid, HEV, represents the most reliable, plug-and-play vehicle return on investment, ROI, available across the entire geography of the United States. The undisputed segment benchmarks are the all-hybrid Toyota Camry, the Honda Civic Hybrid, and the Toyota Corolla Cross Hybrid. How it works? A full hybrid uses a highly complex mechanical brain called a power split device, PSD, which is essentially a specialized planetary gear set. The internal combustion engine is mechanically pinned to the planet gear carrier. An electric generator, MG1, is connected to the central sun gear, and the main electric drive motor, MG2, is connected to the outer ring gear, which sends power directly to the wheels. How long do hybrid batteries last? Modern packs are lasting 150,000 to 200,000 miles, backed by robust manufacturer warranties. Do I need to plug it in? Never. The real system benefits. The energy recycling loop. Through regenerative braking, the main electric motor, MG2, reverses its mechanical role during deceleration, acting as a heavy generator to capture kinetic energy that traditional cars waste into the atmosphere as brake pad heat. Astounding real-world range. A vehicle like the Toyota Camry Hybrid routinely achieves an EPA estimated 50+ miles per gallon combined. In the real world, this means a driver can cover up to 600 miles on a single 13-gallon tank of regular 87-octane gas. Slashed maintenance costs. Because the electric motor handles a massive portion of the deceleration work, mechanical brake pads and rotors wear out at a fraction of the normal rate, often lasting over 100,000 miles before needing replacement. 3. The plug-in hybrid, PHEV. The ultimate psychological and financial bridge. The American landscape demands versatility. Buyers want zero emissions, urban commuting, but refuse to risk being stranded or waiting hours at public chargers during holiday road trips. The plug-in hybrid, PHEV, completely eliminates this compromise. Look at the explosive demand for the Toyota RAV 4 Prime, now the RAV 4 plug-in hybrid, the Jeep Wrangler 4xe, and the Mercedes-Benz GLC 350e. How it works. A PHEV is mechanically a full hybrid, but scaled up to a massive degree. It utilizes a much larger lithium-ion battery traction pack, typically 15 to 25 kilowatt hours, mounted low under the cabin floor, paired with an onboard AC to DC charger and a high-output electric traction motor. Mechanically, it features automated clutches within the transmission housing. When running in pure EV mode, the clutch disconnects the gas engine completely, allowing the high-voltage electric motor to handle 100% of the mechanical propulsion up to highway speeds. When the battery depletes to a set threshold, the clutch engages the gas engine smoothly, transitioning the vehicle into a standard parallel hybrid layout. What happens? When the PHEV battery dies, the car instantly switches over to operate exactly like a standard hybrid vehicle. The real system benefits. The zero gas commute. With 42 to 54 miles of pure electric range, the average American commuter who travels roughly 30 miles a day can drive entirely on electricity. This lets you bypass gas stations completely during the work week. The financial arbitrage, Charging a PHEV battery at home using off-peak residential electricity costs a fraction of the price of equivalent gasoline, cutting local fuel costs by up to 70%. No interrupted road trips. When the battery drops to its reserve threshold, the gas engine fires up automatically. You retain full access to America's legacy gas infrastructure for uninterrupted 500-mile highway stretches, combined with standard all-wheel drive power and rapid acceleration, like the RAV4's sports car adjacent 302 horsepower. 4. The Extended Range EV, EREV, pure electric drive with a built-in insurance policy. The Series Hybrid and Extended Range Electric Vehicle, EREV, represent a masterclass in risk management and mechanical engineering. Unlike parallel hybrids, the internal combustion engine here has zero physical connection to the driven wheels. This architecture is scaling up dramatically to save the heavy-duty American truck segment with the groundbreaking Ram 1500 Ram Charger. How it works mechanically, an EREV is a pure electric vehicle that carries its own portable power plant. The wheels are spun exclusively by high-output electric drive modules, EDMs, mounted on the axles. Under the hood sits a traditional gas engine, like Ram's 3.6-liter V6, but it does not connect to a transmission, driveshaft, or differentials. Instead, the engine's crankshaft is bolted directly to a heavy-duty 130-kilowatt electrical generator. Standard BEV trucks suffer up to a 50% range drop when pulling heavy loads. The EREV solves this exact crisis. The real system benefits uncompromised electric capabilities. Because dual electric drive modules handle 100% of propulsion, you get the instant massive torque output unique to EVs. The Ram Charger puts down 647 horsepower and 610 pound-feet of torque, launching from 0 to 60 miles per hour in a sports car, rivaling 4.5 seconds. Massive working capacity. It delivers a best-in-class 14,000 pounds of towing capacity and a 2,625 pounds payload rating. At the apex of this evolution sits the battery electric vehicle, BEV, the absolute protagonist restructuring global automotive capital markets. By entirely removing pistons, spark plugs, valves, fuel injectors, transmissions, and complex exhaust systems, the BEV slashes moving mechanical parts by roughly 80%, from high-volume market drivers like the Tesla Model Y and Model 3 to ultra-engineering champions like the Lucid Air. How it works. The mechanical layout of a BEV is profoundly simple. It features a structural skateboard chassis, where a massive high-voltage battery pack forms the floor of the vehicle. Bolted directly to the front and rear subframes are ultra-compact stator and rotor electric motors paired with a simple, fixed-ratio. Modern BEVs can replenish from 10% to 80% battery in 15 to 22 minutes. What is the real winter range loss? Cold weather affects chemistry, typically reducing total operating efficiency by 20% to 30%. The real system. Benefits. Dismantling the range barrier. Engineering leaders like the Lucid Air have cleared the 500-mile highway range barrier on a single charge, rendering regional range anxiety obsolete. Radical maintenance reductions. Owning a BEV means saying goodbye to lifetime oil changes, transmission flushes, spark plug swaps, belts, gaskets, and mandatory state emissions/smog testing. Unmatched performance architecture. Because the heavy battery pack is arrayed flat along the lowest point of the chassis, BEVs feature an incredibly low center of gravity. This translates to rock-solid handling on American highways, coupled with instant physics-defying acceleration. Choosing your market strategy. Electrification is no longer a one-size-fits-all product. It is a spectrum of highly specialized tools engineered to solve distinct regional, economic, and operational demands across America. Whether you choose to maximize daily urban savings with a self-charging HEV, deploy a highly versatile PHEV to protect your weekend travel freedom, or claim total technological and maintenance-free dominance with a long-range BEV, the data shows that moving away from pure unassisted fossil fuels is the clearest path to long-term vehicle equity. Which mechanical layout fits your daily mileage and lifestyle infrastructure right now? Let's break down the math in the comments below. If you want to keep your garage, your budget, and your technical portfolio ahead of the curve, make sure to hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and turn on notifications for Beru Garage. See you in the next one.